Welcome. How are you? Today we start together the Step 1A of Initiation into Hermetics by Franz Bardon, book link. I separated in A and B because in this post we will talk about the daily practices and changes we can make in our day. The other post will be all about the meditative exercises. Let's start with Bardon words about this beginning. He asks us to remind that we must start this process aware that body, soul, and mind are to be trained simultaneously. As I practiced them, I noticed that some look hard, but become to be very easy, others seems easy, but it is not that much. So, quoting the author, whoever is willing to enter the magic path should regard it as his sacred duty to practice regular exercises. Franz Bardon. So, we introduce ourselves with our mind disciplined and willing to make the right choices for us in this moment. Be constant and diligent with those practices so we can evolve properly in those exercises. We will start with magic * physical training. Magic meaning, sum of all knowledge, from Magnus, sacred science. Well, let's start because this is a practical post. Psychic training. Introspection or self-knowledge. The first thing we will learn is to know ourselves. Without self-knowledge there will be no real development on a higher level. Franz Bardon. Before we start, I would like to share these posts because this exercise can, probably will, overwhelm people. Post 1, Post 2. Even though I shared these posts, maybe some people won't read, so I will say this here. You need to detach yourself from when you do this exercise. You must be rational about it as much as you can. It is like you are a doctor in a surgery taking a tumor of. It is part of you, but not you. So, yes, you will look the worse on you, but you must understand those are just pavement for your path you are constructing. Secondly, if you are not in a good mind space, be careful, talk with people about it before jump on it. With that said, let's go. You will need a diary or a notebook, as you wish. In any way or time you will share this with other person. You will meditate in silence. You don't need a right position, just sit, relax, put some calm music if it blocks the outside world. Put yourself back in past moments and notice how you behaved then and what mistakes you did, failures you had. After meditation, take note of them merciless with you. Let the ignorant, hateful, petty, sad, weak, calculating, thief, whatever be shown. Make notes of all your weaknesses, down to the finest nuances and variations. If you do it right, the list will be big. But it will be time to wash your soul perfectly clean, sweep all the dust out of it. During your day, notice your actions too. Every time you realize a fault or weakness, take note. Devote some minutes to self-criticism in the morning and night, but not before sleep or just after wake up. Do it for a week. If you think you didn't dig all, do it for one more week. Let's analyze it now. We will separate it in 4 categories where we will use the 4 elements as symbols. The idea is to separate and conquer, while you gain clarity where those default happen or are connected. The symbols will be related with emotions, mind, body, soul. I will live Bardon example to help you with it. You will ascribe jealousy, hatred, vindictiveness, irascibility, and anger to the fiery, soul, * element, frivolity, self-presumption, boating, squandering, and gossiping to the element of air, mind, **, indifference, laziness, frigidity, compliance, negligence, shyness, insolence, and instability to the watery, emotions, element, laziness, lack of conscience, melancholy, irregularity, anomaly and dullness to the element of earth, body. If you are not sure, use an indifferent column to add those characteristics. Some uses air as a soul symbol and fire as a mind symbol, Uses what it is easier for you because the symbols will help your unconscious mind to relate with this work. If must, first, make sense to you. In the follow week, separate in each element the magnitude and frequency of this defect. Separate in high, medium and less frequency. You will end up with what fire aspect is more or less frequent, etc. Do the same for your good qualities. Doing this you will develop what some call the mirror work, looking inside, what some also call shadows or light. But names and symbols aside, you will learn about yourself and be able to balance your existence. This work will teach you what is more active in yourself. Your mind, your emotions, your body, or your soul. Maybe someone will think, oh, easy, I am a mental person. But after the work will realize how emotional, stuck and confused the person is and how much it consumes themselves. So, do the work. Magic physical training. Carnal body. Here we'll start to add some habits to help your physical body feel good and, of course, help with the other areas. After waking up, brush your body with a soft brush or sponge. Then, wash your body with cold water. It can be lukewarm, but I recommend you to get to the cold one. It really changed the game. Exercise a bit. Here it is important to remain flexible. The mystery of breathing. You will do your breathing exercises slowly and calmly, without any haste. It is not advised to do exercises, as yoga breathing without a specialist, so here we will keep it smart. Sit, relax and breathe in through the nose. Imagine you inhaling peace, love, abundance, success or anything you aim. The image must be so clear that the air is impregnated with it and you feel as real already. Do 7 inhalations in the morning and at night. Let your breathing process normal. Do not push your lungs. And start with 7 inhalations to not deviate the desire with time, being more accurate and clear as possible. Keep the same desire until is real. Bardon recommend it to be selfless one. As those above, as peace, success, tranquility. Conscious reception of food. It will be analog to the breathing. The idea here is work with something more tangible than air. If you consider air a symbol to the mind, probably it is better to achieve mental changes. Since food is more on the material leaf, earth symbol, it can be used to bring material changes. Now sit down in front of your dish of food that you are going to eat. With the most intense imagination possible, concentrate on your desire being embodied in the food and as effective as if indeed it had already been realized. Then eat your food slowly but consciously with the intrinsic conviction that, together with your food, your desire actually is passing into your whole body, down to the finest nerves. The taking of food ought to be a sacred act to you, similar to the communion of Christianity. Eat everything. Same thing to beverages. When you're not alone, close your eyes and bless your food mentally. People will think you are praying. But you can do it as you prefer in the presence of others. While alone, bless the food. Uses the same desire as in the breathing exercise for now. It is better to start with focus. The magic of water. There are a few exercises here. So, I recommend to read the book in this part with even more attention. When bathing or washing your face, hands, remember to think you are not just cleaning your material body, but you can see those defects, bad qualities being cleaned too. Use this in your favor. As colder the water, the better here. Warm water, tea, coffee, soup can be used as food. Impregnate them with your wish and drink it. Uses water to clean your eye. Boiling the water the night before, clean your eyes in the morning 7 times. It can bring the idea of cleaning the way you see life, a eye problem, work on clairvoyance. Those exercises made me, above all, be more aware of everything I do in my day. Eating is no longer just a habit to survive, it is a aware action of putting the right fuel and the right amount of it in my body. I already talked about intuitive eating in a post, and I like to remember you, and me, that to eat intuitively, we must to be intuitive, to learn about it and practice it. Those exercises helps you with all of it. That is the first step. I will bring you a summary down below so you can maybe print or screenshot. In the next post we will talk about the mental training, and I will bring some guided meditations and music meditation to help us to walk this path. Thank you for joining me on this journey of self-discovery and growth. I encourage you to interact with this video by sharing your thoughts, experiences, and questions in the comments below. Let's support each other as we embark on the path of initiation into Hermetics together. Remember, your engagement helps not only yourself but also others who may be on a similar journey. Let's build a community of learning and transformation. Looking forward to hearing from you.